Hi everyone, Dave Milliken here. I have another tip for you today about how to get your chord changes faster. And today I'd like to show you about the specific timing of when you should be lifting your left hand to get to the next chord. So if I've got a chord progression, let's say A minor to D, okay? And I've got some kind of strumming pattern that I'm going to be using. Let's say down, 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 up, down, up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. A lot of beginners think that they should do the strum on the first chord, and then after that last upstroke, they can lift their hand and move to the D. That would sound like this. It's quite hard because you actually have very little time to move there. That's the up going to the down on that transition between the A minor and the D. This is actually not the way most people change chords. You should try lifting the hand just before the last upstroke. So you'll get this sound of the open strings ringing right before you get to the D. It creates what we call a passing chord. It's just a nice sound as you're moving. So you have to time that lifting of the hand, of the fingers, to be right before that last upstroke. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, this would apply to any strum that's using that kind of rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. If there's something happening on the end of 4, that last upstroke, that's where you lift. If you listen really carefully to recordings that you like, you can get software to slow it down so you can hear really what's going on as people change chords. This is what you'll start to notice, is that there's this kind of movement that's an extra sound in between the chords. So it's worth doing not only for the sound that it creates, but because it will allow you more time to get your hand in position for the next chord. Okay, so that will help you get faster as you move from chord to chord. I should mention that this applies not just to strumming, but also if you are picking strings individually. So if you have a song like this, so did you notice that the last note of the D chord was actually an open string? That's the position of the hand right before you change to the G. You just got that pivot finger that's still holding the third finger because it will be in the G chord that you're going to. But you've lifted these two fingers as you hit that last note. Right there, okay? And that gives you extra time. And it sounds nice with that change, that early arrival of the G. It's in this tune as well. Notice the last note of the A minor. Again, you've got this pivot finger, first finger. But the other fingers are off and getting ready to go to the C chord as you hit the last note of the pattern. Off, C. So you'll see that quite often in songs where the chords are being picked one note at a time, where the last note before you move to the next chord will be an open string. That gives you more time to get to the next chord and maybe gives a nice, interesting sound as you're moving to the next chord. I hope that helps. I'll be back with another tip soon, so stay tuned. Thank you.